Hi there, my name is Cupicate, and welcome back to WolfQuest, A Watchful Heart with Mikael. So our sweet boy is out near an elk herd, and though his energy is low, he is thinking about taking on a potential hunt with Kirby right now, who's waiting a little bit impatiently in the background. Their time is not only cut short by the fact that he is so tired, but also because Kestrel is sick and needs a father's attention and a mother's attention. So we're going to try and make this quick before we completely run out of our wakefulness bar. And they managed to take down a spike elk, and right when I took it down, I just thought, wow, I didn't roll for today's difficulty to see how badly Mikael's grief is affecting him today. So we are gonna need to do that. Already a cougar is on the kill though. This is very upsetting. Looks like Kirby's gonna allow Mikael to eat and just kind of irritate the cat for a bit. But Mikael's so tired, he's probably gonna— Whoa, Kirby! Kirby, what? Oh my gosh, y'all, Kirby has no chill. Like, legitimately, she just does not have any chill. Mikael does not have the energy for this at all. Kirby, oh my gosh, she is awesome. She is the coolest. Look at her just battling this guy right now. Kirby, you're amazing. She does not care. Like, Mikael literally can't do anything, and Kirby's just doing it all. Oh my gosh. He's just growling, looking intimidating in the background. I imagine he's cheering her on and kind of letting her do this in a way because, he knows that she, like, loves doing this. Maybe Kirby just really doesn't like cougars. That was amazing. Oh, I love it so much. I love it so much. Oh, well, let's go ahead and roll for today's difficulty now that the cougar is hanging back. Oh my gosh, what a blessing. So we actually rolled a 1 for easy. Thank goodness. Wow, we took down that spike on accurate, but we moved to easy, which could mean Kestrel surviving this, which we needed because Mikael's literally gonna have to go to sleep out here away from the pups. Mikael has sent Kirby back to the den, and right now he's just looking for a comfortable, safe spot that he can lay down and rest for the night. He's really tired. He's not gonna be able to make it all the way back to the den, and so he's kind of liking the look of this rock right now, the coolness of the rock along with the warmth of the ground. He's just gonna plop down right here, get a little more comfortable, and go to sleep. I just got the best notification in the game besides seeing a pup heal, and that is that newborn ungulates have been born, and they are now hiding in the grass, and I do believe that Mikael has woken up to an elk mother right in front of him. And so he's been really blessed this day. It looks like due to Kirby's fun with tormenting the cougar, he's not as in much grief today. And now luck has truly shown itself, and so his grief is staying at bay for now. Let's go ahead and see if we can't bring a nice fresh meal home to the puppies. Oh, very interesting. It does look as though a bear was feeding on the carcass but wasn't really interested in standing up to Mikael. Probably because there's so much meat left on this carcass, the bear knows there's plenty. And so Mikael's just gonna let it go. He needs to bring food back to his pups, and he's not gonna be able to carry a whole spike elk. But a baby ungulate? Absolutely. There are 2 moms in the area, and so the music keeps changing, and I'm really just confused. But I think any baby I find is gonna be good. Oh, interesting. Well, Mikael found a fawn, but not the elk calf. But a fawn is a good start. And so he's going to head back to the den to see how the pups handle a fawn. Oh no, it looks like Juniper has also fallen ill. Now we are on an easy day, so we might be fortunate enough for her to heal before we possibly move back to a setting where they will die no matter what. Not no matter what, but they will die. Whereas easy, you can't actually lose a pup to sickness on easy, if y'all didn't know that. Kestrel did heal as soon as Juniper got sick. It looks like Kestrel may have actually spread their sickness to Juniper. But we'll keep a careful watch out for Juniper and maybe take her to the elk carcass and let her enjoy, since she can now eat that meat. Fresh elk is a good option. Hello, loves. Hello, look what I brought for you. Come here. Y'all can eat meat now. Are you just all full? Oh my gosh, it looks like your mother fed you to the point of bloatedness. But you should still try it. Now, how is our territory looking? Oh, horrible. In that case, I think having a sleep wouldn't be so bad. That way we can focus on territory the next day and allow Mikael to have enough energy to actually take that territory back. Ooh, but we were just notified. All of the pups are almost to 15 pounds. We're just waiting on Kestrel and Fallow right now. Once those two hit 15 pounds, we will be able to move. We probably need to be thinking about where we want to go. I do know that Aurora ends up moving quite a bit away. I'm gonna have to rewatch the series to see where she goes for her rendezvous site, because he's gonna need to watch over her during that time. It might actually be a good idea to use the rendezvous site right beneath us, honestly, just to kind of stay where they are. So if that's the case, then Mikael really needs to fix this territory and then push back into Crevice Lake, which looks pretty strong right now, but not nearly as strong as they used to be. The other packs have actually taken over quite a bit. But because Crevice Lake has been such a menace and is probably one of the most aggressive packs that he's ever had to deal with, he is probably going to continue to push in. And recently he's been getting the scent of Dawn nearby. And so he's going to possibly stay here in order to check on her a little bit. Not as much, just because of how stubborn and determined she is to be on her own. But he is still worried about her, and if he has the opportunity to check on her, he will. But keep in mind, y'all, for those of you who have not seen the Tale of Two Sisters series and what happens to Dawn, I highly suggest you stop right now and go watch that series and then come back, because I'm about to spoil some things. So we're getting close to the point where Dawn does get killed by Crevice Lake wolves. And we're getting close to Mikael finding out about it eventually, because Dusk ends up coming to Mikael to ask for help in raising the pups the rest of the way. And it's not that Dusk isn't capable. I think that the loss of Dawn really affected him. And I'm actually going to do a whole wolf talk on Dusk. I really want him to be more than just like the failure dad that Kestrel? Where on earth do you think you're going? That couldn't protect Dawn, that it was a little bit deeper than that, you know? Her stubbornness had honestly led them into that situation. And even though he made some really bad mistakes, he made those mistakes because they had lived a really comfortable life and he was used to that and in a way became complacent, but that doesn't mean that he was bad. Yeah, go ahead and finish that up, Kirby. That's perfectly fine. Anyways, I'll save that for a wolf talk because we're focused on Mikael right now. But we're gonna let Kirby hopefully stay, and we are going to take some territory, hopefully near the Crevice Lake area, and strengthen what we can. Maybe even finding some more food for the pups, since Kirby did finish that fawn off. Well, that was fortunate. I probably didn't go that far away from the actual den and happened to find an elk calf in the grass. So Mikael's just gonna take this back, drop it off, and then continue on his duty of patrolling and taking territory. I love that it randomly just started snowing, but my goodness, the snow in this game is so beautiful. So many of you may actually be wondering, of course Crevice Lake is going to be hateful and take action against you because you are actively taking their territory. Well, Even Mikael will admit that Aspen's actions made him enemies, and Crevice Lake retaliated against Aspen because he had been taking so many pieces of territory and he had been actively attacking the wolves. Now, Crevice Lake has always been kind of aggressive, even before Aspen knew that they were so aggressive. That's just how this pack is in particular. We get to see that in most of our series. They are probably the pack that doesn't back down and attacks more often than not, mainly because we are over here on this side of the actual map where they are. But they're very aggressive, and as you've seen in Teo's episode, they'll even come over into the territory that has been ours for a long time, and they will continue to attack. I've not actually seen other packs do that, at least in my playthroughs, but again, I'm usually over on this side of the map. I still think they're the most aggressive, in my opinion. But yes, the actions that Mikael and everyone else is taking, of course, would enrage Crevice Lake and potentially make things worse, but also they're the kind of pack that will come in and take from you and hurt you more than the others. And so in some ways, you kind of have to look at this, especially in what Mikael is doing, is a sense of protection. Like, he's trying really hard to go in and take territory just by marking and howling rather than fighting off wolves. And for a while, he refused to fight them off because he didn't want to cause war or have bloodshed upon his family or even Crevice Lake, because it only causes more suffering and hate. But this pack is all about hate and greed and wanting more. And so the best thing Mikael can do is just make a big enough buffer between his family and them and hope that they just stay away. But eventually Mikael may even have to face this pack because they've become so ruthless, so greedy, so hate-filled that they fight and they fight and they fight. Mikael's not going to be able to back off all the time. He's going to have to take a stand at some point. And when Mikael finds out that Dawn has been taken by Crevice Lake and murdered for barely being over the edge of their territory trying to get a kill, I think he will have to question retaliation. Now Mikael is quite exhausted. He's going to race as fast as he can back to the den because tomorrow is likely moving day and he needs to be there to help Kirby move them. She would be quite perturbed if he was not there to help her. So he's feeling the pressure to get home right now. Phew, and we made it with about 6 wakefulness to spare. The pups are already napping but very full. Kirby still has plenty of food. So he's just gonna lay right next to her and pass out. Tomorrow is a big day, even though they're only moving about 100 yards away. But yeah. The pups are not quite there yet. It looks like we are still waiting for 1 little ounce for Kestrel. Juniper is still sick and is very low. But I'm hoping that she will recover here pretty soon so that we don't lose her in this episode. That would be really sad. We might actually just do a double sleep just to get Kestrel up there. I think it wouldn't hurt. And it wouldn't be a bad thing for Mikael to have full energy. And Juniper healed, thank goodness. That was my hope, so that we didn't actually lose a pup. Mikael's never actually lost a pup before, which is pretty crazy to think about. In all of his litters, he hasn't lost one. I hope I am not currently jinxing myself. Kirby, no! Okay, that's fine. Well, it is moving day. Luckily, we didn't have to go very far. And everybody's healed, so we don't have to carry anyone either. But let's take a look at these pups. Actually, let's get them to the rendezvous site first, and then we will look at them. All right, pups, let's go! This way. This way. And then we'll get you food. Hurry. Look at all these babies. Just keeping up with their dad. Dad, where are we going? Dad. I imagine the disappointment when he's like, and we're staying right here. Come on, pups! Come follow! We will call this the Open Meadows Rendezvous Site. But now that we're here, we could do a really quick pup cam. There's Slate! Hello, Slate! Oh my gosh, he ended up being lighter as he got older. I cannot wait to see what he's gonna look like. We have Heidi. Oh, I remember when Heidi was so sick. I was sincerely worried she was going to be Mikael's first loss. But she ended up recovering and she looks quite strong like her mom. We have a Kestrel who just recovered. So red Kestrel is. So red. But kind of brown. I don't know. I'm really interested to see how Kestrel looks when they grow up. And then we have Juniper who just healed, also that red coat. I wonder if it is the same. It'd be really interesting to see if we got some identical twinsies. I would be very happy about that. Oh, she's so pretty. Both Juniper and Kestrel are really pretty. And there's a fallow hopping through the grass. Oh my gosh, that lightens my heart. Howling away. She loves to sing. And there's little Athena with a light tail, also stalking through the grass. Now her coat, I don't even know if I've seen this coat on a pup before. This tannish brown. I'm not sure I've seen this at all. I cannot wait to see what she looks like. And yes, the pups are going to need food. Juniper, you are not lost, are you? Oh, she went that way. We'll go find her. Juniper, I know you're excited to be out of the den, but you just can't leave yet, love. Well, Mikael's gonna quickly find them some food. Kirby is also going to go look for food. And then we will end the episode on a good and happy note. It looks like Kirby needed to eat, so her and Mikael are enjoying this meal together, finishing up the spike elk that they took down just a couple days ago. It's gone now, but they're both pretty full and thinking about finding the pups some food. But we are truly out of time, and so we will just have to save that for the next episode when we might find out if Mikael knows of Dawn or not. I hope y'all liked this video. If you did, give the like button a tickle and a poke. Subscribe to join our family if you haven't already, and jingle that bell to get notified of when I post WolfQuest. Also, feel free to join Discord or follow me on Twitch if you want to hang out with the community on other platforms. I love you guys. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next week for more of WolfQuest, A Watchful Heart with Mikael. Bye!